Hey guys, Peter Chen here, recording another 500 Zoom video. I'm uploading every week, so if you enjoy my videos, please subscribe. On table 2, I opened Queen 8 suited. On this flop, I could bet, I could check. On table 1, we get kings in the small blind. Going to put in a 3-bet against cutoff. On table 2, we open ace king under the gun, get called by the big blind. So I think if we do any checking on this board, I'm not sure if we do or not, that this is a great hand to check. Table 1, this 7 big blind shove, we just flat with aces. And on table 2 now, our hand's going to be good enough to go for 2 streets of value, basically on any run out. On table 1, opening cutoff with ace 9. On table 1, opening ace king in hijack. I'm going to be doing a lot of checking back on this flop. I think my hand is pretty decent to bet more often than the average hand, but I'm still going to check it this time. Then I'm going to call this bet. Good river for me. I don't have a hand like this too often because most of my better flushes I think I'm going to be betting. But when I have this, I can probably bet a little big, and it's easy for me to find a bluff as well. So table 1, button opens, I have ace 9 in the big blind. I could 3-bet this small amount of the time, mostly calling. And on the flop, I'm going to be calling this bet. Likely calling down. On table 2, I open cutoff with 7-6 suited, calling a 3-bet from the button, or from the small blind. So after a turn check, I think I can go for value with this. I don't want to go too big because then I'm not getting called by too many worse hands. but maybe I do want to go big if I'm just targeting a low ace. And something just medium sized, like between half pot and pot, probably both are fine. On table 1, opening pocket 7s from under the gun. And I'm going to be calling this small blind 3-bet. Once on check 2, I can bet small with this hand sometimes. And I'm going to check back the turn. Pretty close between call and fold. On table 2, under the gun opens, 3-betting ace king off in the big blind. Table 1, defending the big blind against cutoff with king 2 suited. And on table 2, opening small blind with ace 4 suited. Calling the 3-bet. On table 1, I think my hand's a little too strong to start betting. It's going to be hard to win at showdown, but I think if I start betting king high, I'm going to be betting way too much. And on table 2, I'm just checking down my 4. I'm not going to call a bet here. I don't know if that's folding too much or not. On table 2, open under the gun with 10-9 suited. Get squeezed after the button calls. It's pretty close, but I'm gonna fold. On table 1, I defended the big blind 3 ways. I'm just gonna check it down with my ace high. Don't have too much of a chance of winning at showdown, but I'm just not bluffing that much in a 3-way pot. On table 2, opening pocket 7s under the gun, and on table 1, opening king 7 suited from cutoff. So on table 2, we got 3-bet and 4-bet. Pretty clear fold. Table 2, we open hijack with ace queen. We can either check or bet this flop. Going to bet this time. I'll check back on the turn. And if I face a river bet, I think I'm calling against a check. I'll check back. Definitely not making him fold much better or call much worse. On table 1, this 9-8 suited, I could either call or raise. I think this is a flop I want to be going pretty big on, especially when I'm the squeezer and have more good hands than usual. Like I have hands that are just strong in value, like over pairs and jacks, but I also have queen 10, 10-9. Pretty drawy hands. On table 2, I'm going to start off with a small bet. Without any backdoors, I'm going to fold to the raise. I think if I had a backdoor flush draw, I would call it. On table 1, I'm going to call the big blind against the button open with king jack. Good spot for me to check raise here. I would have been check raising, but once I get a check back, going to bet big. The 3 flush doesn't scare me. I should have way more flushes than him. Going to go for a big bet again. On table 2, going to 3 bet. Hijack versus under the gun with 10s. And on table 1, 3 betting small blind against button with ace 9 suited. Table 2, opening small blind with king 9 suited. So this is a hand that I really want to check on this flop, I think. But I also think I just don't need to do a lot of checking. On table 2, I opened small blind, called the 3 bet. Check calling a small bet on the flop. Not the greatest turn for us, but I think my hand is strong enough that if he bets, I have to call again. On table 1, opening cutoff with jack 7 suited. So I'm going to call one more time and then fold the river, especially on this river that improves a lot of my hands. I can definitely have flush draws. I can have jack queen, jack 10. Probably even folding on a blank river with my hand. On table 1, defending big blind versus button with king 10 off. And we're playing against Zazano, crazy guy, so I'm just going to go for a tiny raise. If he clicks it back, I'll click him again. All right, here we go. Gonna go for a pretty tiny, what is that? Is that a 4 bet? Yeah. You know, we have some draws. We have the club, we have the 10, double backdoor draw. We take it down. On table 2, or on table 1, we 3 bet this king 10 suited, get 4 bet. I could flat it, but it's not that great. On table 2, I opened hijack, got called by the big blind. This is a flop we're going to be doing a lot of checking on. On the turn, we pick up the nut flush draw, along with the ace high. This is going to be a call. I'm not sure how much raising I want to be doing here. Maybe I want to be doing it with worse hands. So we have a great hand on the river now. Not a spot where I want to be betting big. Most of my range is a flush or a straight, I think. I do have some 9x in there as well, but if I start betting too big, I'm just not going to have enough bluffs. Table 1, I opened cutoff with King 7, got called by the big blind, betting big on this flop. So on table 2, we open the cutoff with 9s, get 3-bet by the button. We're going to flat this. We got the double backdoor draw again. Unfortunately, nothing improved me. So I want to see, can I bluff this hand on the river? I think I don't have that many worse hands. Like if I had a smaller pair, I would have bet the turn sometimes. All my high card hands improved. Unfortunate that we get snap called by a top pair. On table 2, we're going to flat the big blind with ace-9 suited. We could 3-bet it sometimes. On table 1, we open ace-5, get 3-bet. Could 4-bet this, could fold, could call. Going to call this time. On table 2, 3-betting aces, small blind against cutoff. So after check on the flop, we have a pretty medium strength hand. Going to check it and call once or twice if I face a bet. So I would call this again on the river, I think. On table 2, against the under the gun open, I'll be calling ace-8. So we're going to check down this ace-8. Maybe we'll win at showdown if this guy isn't bluffing, but usually we're just going to check and lose. On table 2, opening cutoff with pocket nines. On this flop, I'm going to check. And call a bet on the turn. If I face a bet on the river, I think I'm going to call again. My hand's just a bit too strong to fold. Most of my kings and some jacks I'll be betting on the flop, so I just need to call down these hands. On table 1, opening the button with pocket tens. Opening the button with king 5 suited on table 2. On table 2, I'm going to defend king 4, big blind against small blind. This is a flop where I'll be checking back a lot. We get a great turn card for us. So I'll be betting. On table 2, opening cutoff with king jack suited. And checking back on the flop. I have a lot of weaker hands to bluff, so I'll just check this again. And take a showdown on the river. I'm going to be ahead some of the time. We got pipped. I should have been betting. So on table 2, we 3-bet with pocket nines. And we'll want to be starting off with a small bet most of the time. On table 1, 3-betting kings, button versus under the gun. This isn't the greatest turn for us, So I'll be doing a lot of checking back. I have a pretty medium strength hand anyways. Table 1 starting with a bet. Don't think I'm gonna call these nines. On table 1, going to keep betting for value. And I'll be shoving the river now. Lots of hands I can get called by. I can basically get called by any pair, I think. And we get a fold. This is going to be the end of the video. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you next week.